Hello, Year 10. This is an assembly that I'm putting on YouTube. Um, Please be kind in the comments. This is our first assembly of the new term. And as I said in the previous assembly, I'd like to start thinking about careers, start thinking about destinations after Ashcroft, after GCSEs, after A-levels. First of all, though, I do hope that you and your families are all well, and you're coping in this very, very weird time. And I know lots of you are doing fantastically well with all your work and your homework, and that's fantastic. That's brilliant. It's exactly what you should be doing, and trying to have as steady and stable a routine as possible. So I hope you are all well. I am also well. Thank you for asking. Now, in the last assembly before the Easter break, which I put on Show My Homework, I asked you to comment on Show My Homework with a career path that you are thinking about pursuing. And the most popular choices I will feature in this assembly. That's what I said. And as a man of my word, that's what I've done. However, there were lots of different suggestions of different careers and jobs that people were interested in pursuing. The is here. So many people in the year group commented and showed my homework, which was brilliant. And these were the following suggestions: entrepreneur, computer science, careers in coding, data science engineering, sports, finance, law, AI programming, neuropsychology, theatre design, medicine, specifically neurosurgeons, politics, games designer, criminal psychology, media, drama, architect, and many of you wanted to know how to become a head of year at a secondary school. That was probably the most popular choice that people made. So many of you want to know how to become a head of year like myself. I think I'll need a special assembly, a full half an hour to explain how to become a head of year. I know that's for many of you that want to follow in my footsteps, but that's not the job or career path that I'm looking at today. I've selected 4 of the most popular choices. I'm going to break them down in terms of what you need to obtain in terms of GCSEs and A-levels, and also what skills are required for the role, and what jobs you can look forward to in pursuing a career in that field. So I've picked the 4 most popular choices, and if there are any other choices that people really want to see in this assembly, then they can just ask me on Show My Homework, and I'll make sure that they're in next assembly. So the first and most popular career path that people wanted to look at in assembly this week was for law. Now, in order to become a lawyer, you absolutely need to have some good GCSEs. You need to be able to go to a 6th form or a 6th form college. So you need to have majority 5s, 6s, ideally 7s at least, to get into a 6th form college. And you need to obtain good A-levels. You need A-levels in subjects like English, history, geography, RS, philosophy, things like those subjects where you are engaging with language and you are creating an argument and you're showcasing good academic skills in order to be placed on a law degree. The most common university offer is asking for ABB, and that is average of this year. So you need good A-level grades. Once you have the A-levels, there are multiple ways into becoming a lawyer or for a career in law. The most obvious one is to obtain a degree through a university, and that degree is called an LLB, and that's a 3-year undergraduate degree, and that's a degree in law. So you can engage in that straight after you finish sixth form. However, what you can also do is you can do a degree in a different subject, such as history, the best subject, or any of the lesser subjects, such as geography or RS or English. And then after you've done that degree, you can convert that into a law degree through a GDL. And the benefits of that is that you then have 2 qualifications and you are a well-rounded student with lots of different skills and lots of different experiences. So that is quite desirable for someone who is going to potentially employ you later on. There is a route that is not going through university, and that is a legal apprenticeship. And that is a route to becoming a lawyer that combines a paid job at a law firm with studying formal qualifications. For that role, whilst you do not go to university, you do need, as I said, the good GCSEs and the A-levels that are required to be placed on that course. So that gets you into the industry quicker. It gets you real life experience much quicker than going through a university. But it's maybe a less prestigious way of entering the profession. Potential careers in law. So you see on the bottom right hand of the screen, people in their cool gowns and wigs. They're barristers. You can also, however, be a solicitor, court clerk, court reporter, judge, legal executive, legal secretary, paralegal. There are many, many different career paths in law. Skills needed for a role in this profession: research skills, evaluation skills, and critical judgment skills. Now, to get to brass tacks, potential earnings for a lawyer, and this is not all people within law, this is just for lawyers. The average salary for a lawyer in the UK is £58,103 per year. Judges and barristers can make more. Solicitors at big law firms also make law. Paralegals make less money than judges and barristers, but it can be quite a lucrative and very demanding profession. I've added this section to all of the careers that I'm talking about today, their benefit to society. So I found a featured snippet from the web, and it says that attorneys who practice law with ethics and integrity should contribute to the well-being of society by promoting justice through fair procedures. Lawyers are advocates and advisors for our society. They work to represent individuals and corporations in civil trials and promote justice in criminal trials. So sort of an upstanding beacon of fairness and justice, and certainly what we need. And so if any of you are thinking about a career path in law, hopefully you'll find this slide quite useful. The next was engineering. Now, the qualifications here are quite similar to that of law, but you need qualifications in different disciplines and different subjects. So you still need the good GCSE results. You need 5s and 6s and 7s to be admitted into a good sixth form college. You need that as a basis. Now, if you were to go to sixth form college and want to be an engineer, then the A-levels you'd be looking at doing would be physics, maths, chemistry, potentially even further maths. The most common university offer for an engineering course is ABB, so you need good A-level results. Degrees in engineering, and this is one route as well. It's similar to law, as I said. There is a degree pathway. There's also an apprenticeship pathway. You're looking at a bachelor's in science or a bachelor's in engineering. And those courses normally last around 3 to 4 years. However, you can also follow the apprenticeship route. There are approximately 120 apprenticeships in the engineering sector available in England, and more are being developed. So that's a new route that people are developing for getting into the engineering career path. Now, the skills needed to be an effective engineer: you need the technical skills, you need problem solving, creativity, interpersonal skills, you need written and verbal communication skills, and be able to work in a team. The top 5 engineering destinations, so in terms of what jobs people go into after they have a degree in engineering or follow an apprenticeship, is manufacturing, the professional, scientific and technical arenas, construction, wholesale and retail trade, so by buying and selling of engineering equipment, and IT. The average salary for an engineer in the UK is £40,000. The top 10% of the profession, so senior engineers, they can bring home upwards of £110,000 each year. The benefit of engineers in society is that they provide logistics and infrastructure to collect, store and distribute food, medicines and other consumables reliably. Such a contribution is invaluable to the smooth functioning of society and the well-being of its members. So with engineering, there's so many things that you see, but so many things that you don't see, and how it supports our society and our systems. And so that would be a very worthy career path for you guys to follow. The next was medicine. Now, with careers in medicine, the demands on you academically are much higher than looking at a career in law or engineering. At GCSEs, you need 5 subjects with grades at least 9 to 7. You need A levels, and certain universities are asking for A star AA or A star A, and you need to have chemistry, biology, physics or maths, and another strong academic subject. You have to go to university to become a doctor, and you need to have a 5-year degree in medicine that'll be recognised by the General Medical Council. You get a 2-year foundation course of general training. You need 2 to 3 years of core medical training, and then 4 to 7 years of specialist training. There's a lot of training, a lot of hard work, and where you'll specialise in a certain discipline. So neuroscience, I had one suggestion from a student who wanted to follow that career path. It might be general practice, or maternity, so all these things you have to specialise. It's not just a doctor in the medicine field. You can also be a nurse practitioner, a neurologist, a hospital doctor, a radiologist, cardiologist. So many different types of doctor, but many also different types of nurse or technician that works within the medical sector as well. For all of those jobs, you will need strong GCSEs, strong A levels, and a degree. Skills to work in medicine: leadership, organisation, patience, people management, and problem solving. Potential earnings. So the starting salary of a doctor is £38,000, but can go quite quickly up to over £100,000. Nurses start on a lower salary to doctors, but they can also earn over £100,000. And if you are a nurse practitioner, for instance, so you're almost on the same level as a doctor, you can administer different pharmaceuticals, you can write prescriptions, you can diagnose, and earn the same amount of money as a doctor. So there are many different trajectories and pathways in a career in medicine. It's not just being a doctor. The benefit to society, well, I didn't see the point of writing a blurb for this one or stealing one from the internet. It's quite obvious. They're doing a fantastic job at the moment, and always have done. And so they have a real immediate impact in improving people's lives. And so it'd be great if lots of you wanted to follow the footsteps of some fantastic doctors in this country. The last one that people suggested was a career in coding and AI. AI stands for artificial intelligence, just in case you didn't know. In order to have a career path in coding or AI, you need strong GCSEs. You need 5 subjects with grades 9 to 7, and maths at least grade 6. Common offers for universities are 3 A's in maths, physics, computer science, further maths, subjects like that. And you can look forward to studying degrees in artificial intelligence, computer science. You will most likely need a postgraduate degree as well in this field in order to succeed. A postgraduate degree is once you get your first degree, straight after you finish sixth form, get A-levels, you go and study at university for around 3 years, 3 to 4 years, and that is your undergraduate degree. And any degree you do after that to build on those skills is a postgraduate degree. And some of the top level jobs in society, in this country, you need a postgraduate qualification, a postgraduate degree in order to succeed, in order to move up the totem pole. Careers in coding and AI, so you can be a software analyst and developer, a computer scientist or a computer engineer, mechanical engineer, a technician, electrical engineer. Also, there's lots of useful coding and AI in the military and aviation and things like that. So in most career paths, there is a place for coders and AI. That is the future we are looking at. It's the future that you are looking at. Skills, you need critical thinking, you need an ability in maths and science, you need natural curiosity and problem solving skills. Potential earnings in AI, according to my research, is much higher for a base level salary. So average salary for those working in AI is £77,000. For coding, it's lower at £47,000. And the benefit to society is that you're leading the modernization of society. You can use these skills to improve medicine, construction, travel, and all areas of society. So it's incredibly useful and an incredibly noble profession to get into for coding and AI. So they were the 4 most popular choices. And to summarize for all of them, all of these career paths, not just the ones that I focused on today, but all the ones suggested, the link is you need GCSEs and you need A-levels. That is the base requirement of getting a good and exciting job. When you become an adult, you need these qualifications. They are the backbone, they are the launch pad of any future success. So I'll do another breakdown of potential career paths in the next assembly. If there is something that you want me to look at in particular, then comment on the assembly that I'll upload to show my homework as well. And I can go through it in a similar fashion next week. And if I didn't focus on your suggestion this time around, I do apologise, but there's time to do it next week. And again, the need for GCSEs is so important, and that brings me to something introduced a couple of weeks ago. We are getting ready for year 11, OGRFY 11, or Ography 11. What we expect you to be able to be doing right now is completing all work set on Show My Homework to the best of your ability that particular day. You need to write neatly, because the work you're producing now that you're doing at home will be needed for revision. You must get into good working habits. Get up, get dressed, have breakfast, then start your work. Bang it all out, and then do your own thing later on in the day. Use the extra time to look at different jobs, to look at different A-level courses, BTEC courses. Look and think about where you are going to be at the end of year 11. That's going to come around so quickly, and you have to have a plan in place. Don't take it for granted that you're going to go to a certain college or sixth form, or you're going to stay at Ashcroft, because all those places have certain requirements. You have to have a certain amount of GCSEs or good GCSEs to be accepted into these places. So let's have a plan ready for that. Let's think about careers, let's research and investigate, and let's get motivated. We do not want to waste any time. So very simple things to remember. Please stay safe. Listen to the government guidelines. Do your work and show my homework every day. And as I said, get ready for year 11. But as always, we end assemblies with praise emails. And even though this is a virtual assembly through the medium of YouTube, we've had some fantastic praise emails sent through to me from teachers who are very impressed with the quality of work that students are producing during the lockdown. So I thought it would be remiss if I didn't mention these students at the end of this assembly. So first of all, I've got a fantastic email from Mr. Nielsen, who has sent me some pictures of Erica's work. It looks absolutely fantastic. He says that praise for Erica Souza for the first part of her holiday homework, which is attached. I set this particular homework only to see it completed by Erica a couple of hours later. It was beautifully done, and he's used her work as a model for the class. She only recently joined the set in the middle of last term from set 3 and has consistently impressed me with the quality of work, which is always fully complete and on time. So sensational work for Erica. Please do give her a round of applause. Thank you. Next praise email is again from Maths, and this is from Miss Richards, and some other stunning work from a student year 10. This is Sahir. So Sahir has done some fantastic maths homework, and Miss Richards says Sahir submitted the work below to me on Gemma homework. This was brilliant in every way. Her presentation is as beautiful as always. Her maths is spot on, and her work is truly a model to the rest of the students in the class, if not the entire academy. So he is working incredibly hard, as always, and is not letting anything stand in the way of improving her maths. That is fantastic. So please give Sahir a round of applause. Excellent maths homework for Sahir and Erica. This was an excellent praise email. This is from Miss Magruder, and she says that praise is due to the following students: Aliza, Halal, Sahir, Zishan, Abdulrahman, Alem, and Terrell. And Miss Magruder says that Terrell was particularly impressive as he uploaded all his work for me to see, and it's important to note that he is clearly working hard in all of his work. Aliza and Sahir have been brilliantly active in their work and keenly focused on understanding the feedback that they have received. I've received more messages from these students than any other students that I teach. This is not a criticism, and it's highlighted to show your focus. Stress that. Please comment and ask teachers questions and ask for help. They will get back to you. If not, leave a comment in the assembly, and I will speak to those teachers. Halal is one of the most organised of the group and has worked hard to focus on the skills we are practicing at the moment. Abdul Rahman wrote a beautiful piece of creative writing for his homework, and there were some lovely images used. Both Zishan and Alem are working well and completing all the work to the best of ability and uploading in a timely fashion. Well done to all of you. I'm super impressed with your work ethic. I cannot wait to see what you produce for your Easter homework. That's from Miss McGee. Round of applause for all of those students, please. Thank you very much. This is a science praise email. These students scored 100% and achieved the highest ranking on their weekly Shoma homework tests, I think. Sahir, Denisia, Mohammed, and Hania. These students are all working incredibly hard with their remote learning tasks and demonstrating excellent commitment as well as resilience in keeping up with their academic content at home. Excellent effort by all. That's from Miss Khan. Round of applause for those students. So, well done to all those students. As I said, stay safe, stay sensible, keep working hard. I hope you and your families are all well. And I'll upload another assembly on my brand new and exciting YouTube channel. It's exciting being a YouTuber. I look forward to becoming rich and famous from my new channel, Hockaday History. Goodbye, Year 10.